Let's reintroduce ourselves. My name's Chase Roberts.
My name's Matthew Linden.
He just woke up from a nap.
Yeah.
It's a little late, but I think this is the first episode we've made in
2025 at least.
2025. Definitely in a little time, but we're back. We're back for good, hopefully.
For good.
Let's jump into. We're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, and then a little bit of college hoops because that's ramping up. But Super Bowl. What is this? 50. I can't read Roman numerals. I'm an idiot. Yeah,
No.
In New Orleans, Chiefs, Eagles. What do you think? What are your feelings on it? Off rip. After watching, first off, we watched it
together,
the Bills-Chiefs game together.
Games, but we can start with the Eagles Commanders.
Mhm.
Being an LSU fan, I wanted the Commanders to win, but obviously the
Reasonably.
Eagles dominated
Oh, dude,
the fourth quarter.
yeah.
They're only down. It was 23-31
Mhm.
going into fourth. They just dominated the fourth quarter, so there's nothing they could do. But
Saquon first playoff rip to
Yeah.
the crib though.
Chiefs Bills game was controversial in my opinion.
Yeah, why do you say that? Let's hear it.
Them refs, man. them refs were doing a little something.
There was definitely some questionable things.
It's just they were equally throwing flags for KC, but in that game, they would throw flags at like holding with like a minute left in the 2nd
Mhm.
half. I mean, stuff that's not gonna be detrimental. Like they're just gonna chew the clock up and go to halftime. I'm not trying to throw shade towards you, but as a Pats fan, y'all got that most of Tom's career. You got,
100%.
Y'all did.
100%. We got favored. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you did.
I'll admit it. We got favored.
But I don't think it was this bad. Super Bowl 56.
Super Bowl 56.
We could be wrong. It could be 56. It could be 57. I don't know.
You
I think that's
what-
56.
Just go Google question.
I think it's
Quick Google.
86.
Super Bowl number, because this is bad on us.
L's 50.
59. 59. Super Bowl 59.
Okay.
3 years off.
But
But close but no cigar. Yeah. Back to the notes though. Yeah, Chiefs, Bills, close game. Now I will say this is I'm not quoting this, but John Gruden said this roughly. Don't let the refs decide the game. You know, it's on you not getting that 4th and 1. You know,
100%.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it was a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Every angle I saw looked like a first down.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be inconclusive evidence though.
That bad spot. One side was higher, one side was lower.
Yeah.
That was a bad spot.
So, but
He's right though. You can't let the refs
decide.
You got to make it indefinite. Like,
Exactly.
You gotta be like, that's a first down.
yeah, and what he ran, QB keep to the left
Yeah, every single time.
every single time. That's what he favors to do. Why not switch it up, man?
Go
Run
right.
game's looking good. You got Cook back there, toting the rock, but it is what it is. Previewing this game though,
A rematch. Of 2
rematch
Super Bowls ago.
in Glendale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I was around for that Super Bowl. It was actually an insane thing, but I think I wrote this down with notes wise, and this is playing off this, but everybody's talking about boycotting the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen all that talk.
I mean, you talked about it. As soon as
I did talk about it. I did talk about
the
it.
Chiefs won, you go, I think boycotting the Super Bowl.
But thinking about it on it now, and having some time to chill out, this is a fun Super Bowl to watch. Because this is like, okay, no team has done three-peat.
Yeah, no
The Chiefs have, I mean, I'm not saying they're not a dynasty already. The Chiefs have an opportunity to, show that they're a dynasty, cement themselves in history. And then you got, on the other hand, the Eagles. Okay, this is personal knowledge. I don't know of a lot of Philly fans that actually like Sirianni.
Yeah,
You got him in the Super Bowl.
You talked about earlier in the year that they wanted to fire him,
Exactly.
and now he's brought in 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Mm-hmm. And you got arguably the best. Well, I mean, I think he's the best running back in the league
Right now, this
Right
year,
now,
yes,
this year.
100%, yeah.
in Saquon, who you're looking at the Giants probably thinking, well, we're idiots,
He's a
dum-dums.
2K, he's a 2K rusher. this
2K
year.
rusher.
Yeah.
So why would you boycott this game, dude? In all seriousness,
It should be fun.
it should be a fun one.
You got a lot of superstar power there.
100%. And looking at it, let's.
My personal opinion, I think for the Eagles to beat the Chiefs that somehow get their way every single time in the playoffs, we need Saquon Barkley to play the most perfect game of football of his life. We need the defense to come out and bend, don't break.
I like I said, I think the defense, Eagles defense matches up better then the Chiefs' defense matches up with the Eagles' offense. If that makes
that's all. Zach Braun is it Zach Braun or Jordan Braun? The middle linebacker.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a big playmaker for them. He's his first year with the Eagles this year, destroying the league. Well, I think he's gonna be defensive player of the year possibly.
I can't spell Zach Braun.
Is it Zach Braun? I think it's
Zach Braun. And then you got Kenyon Mitchell, who has been stepping up, bro. He's been stepping up. The secondaries, I mean, you got Cooper DeJean stepping up, rookie.
Yeah.
Could be rookie defense. Well,
I don't know. Mitchell could be defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Zach, listen to this. The Eagles could have MVP Saquon, offensive player of the year. Zach Braun, defensive player of the year. They could have rookie defensive player of the year. Assistant coach of the year.
Yeah, Jaden's winning. Rookie.
Offensive rookie.
He's going to win rookie.
Yeah.
He's straight up Jaden.
Yeah.
I think Bo Nix is another good argument.
Yeah, but I think Jaden wins it. Yeah. And that's not being biased. I think he just was. He took his players. He took his team to the conference championship. Yeah. So I mean, how do you argue that? I'm not saying Bo can't be better in the future, but this year, no.
No, I agree. Both quarterbacks have such a high.
No, Bo's gonna be crazy.
Oh, 100%.
But Bo's gonna be crazy.
Bo. Like I'm telling you, Bo and Jaden first off landed in the right spots
for them, which is surprising.
Dude, love to see it.
I didn't think Bo would do well in Denver.
They need more weapons, bro. They need to help him out a little bit, but
I thought he would sink there just because of how many quarterbacks before him have sunk. I thought they were gonna be the new Cleveland of quarterbacks, which is happy for me because their defense is so good.
Yeah.
So I figured that their offense was never gonna get their feet, and then they did, and
luckily
the Chargers beat them twice this year. Thank God. But
neither here nor there, as you would say.
Neither here nor there, and then the Commanders didn't think Jaden do. I thought.
Oh, dude. What was that stat? They had like a new conference championship or a new conference champion every year. It was different conference champion or not division, I guess.
Division champion.
Yeah. It was like Cowboys win this year, Eagles win this year.
Yeah.
Freaking Giants win this year. Commanders win this year. I think it's been a different.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure. What 20? I think it was 20 years.
These past couple years, it's probably just been Eagles, Dallas, Eagles, Dallas.
Yeah,
probably has. That's why they say it's different every year. But
crazy, dude.
I'm happy that he's in a good spot. I feel like with how the Commanders.
Oh, and Drake May, baby goat.
They're a lot older team. You got Bobby Wagner. You got Zach Ertz. You got a bunch of older guys on that team that can help him. Scary Terry, what you looking at?
I just looked at his score. I didn't even mean to look at the score.
What's the score?
Auburn up 41-29 on LSU. Yep, that's tough.
Yep.
Y'all were up for a little bit.
Yep.
But
don't matter.
we'll get to that conversation in a second. But looking at the rookies though, Drake May. I'm riding Drake so hard.
But what about Joe?
I love Joe too.
But he
ain't gonna start.
Why is that? Why did he get the last shot of the year and go crazy?
Because it was a bogus game.
It's a bogus game.
Bogus game. Second stringers were in for the Bills. It is what it is. He went out there, played well.
So
I think
there's nothing to be hyped about.
Maybe a draft, maybe a trade. Personally, I love Joe Milton. I'm probably the only Tennessee fan here that actually rides for Joe.
No, there's not.
So I love him, and I want the best for him. So in his best interest, I hope we trade him. Because
you give him a better opportunity somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, unless Vrabel comes in, and he's like, I like Joe Milton better, which I don't see that happening. Drake May's our guy.
Yeah,
Drake May's our guy. But he could be a good backup if Drake goes down. I've got full confidence in him coming in. So it is what it is.
It is.
But transitioning
to
college hoops.
NCAA.
College hoops. We're gonna go over the top 25. We're not gonna go 1 through 25. I just want to point out some interesting teams right now. Auburn number 1, obviously.
Only lost to number 2 Duke.
Mm-hmm. And Vandy's up there 24. UConn drops to 25. Louisville sneaks in at 21. Mizzou
sneaks in.
Absolutely, program changing year. They didn't win a conference game last year. 16-4. good spot in the SEC. Honestly, Marquette at 9, Memphis at 19, Illinois at 18, Rick Pitino and St. John's at 15.
Mm-hmm.
So great year for college basketball. I want to highlight some games that just happened. Starting off with Iowa State and Arizona because I was a late game.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed up for it, and it's crazy. They're 17-2,
Mm-hmm.
and this isn't my words, but they were literally like 0.5 seconds away from being 18-1. Caleb Love hits that, buzzer beater at the end from not even half court, past half court, banks it in. Banks always open, and then momentum goes Arizona's way, and they win in OT. They got some guy. I didn't realize Arizona. They got Tobe Waka transferred to Arizona, and then what's his name? He was from Oakland, on Oakland's team last year that beat Kentucky.
That big dude?
Yeah, center. What was his name?
There you go, fire.
Oh, my Lord.
Let me go look at Arizona's roster. I can tell you.
Yeah. Trey Townsend. Trey Townsend. He had a night. Tobe Awaka put on a clinic, dude. Tobe's apparently leading the country in offensive rebounds. So shout out to him. Good for him. And then Carter Bryant, who's a freshman, was lights out from 3. Mm-hmm. Made some very big shots. But Iowa State at number 3, this was, I'm not going to lie, it's been hard to keep up with every team. That's my first taste of Iowa State, and I lied. They're actually 17-3. That wasn't updated because they lost to West Virginia as well.
The next night?
Yeah. No, that was before. They lost West Virginia before Arizona. Oh. But, dude, Iowa State's a dangerous team. I'm going to straight up say it. Like I said, they were half a second away from pulling that out, and
17-2.
It's basketball. You hate to see it. So, but that game, Houston and Kansas. Now, actually, I do got some notes for that one.
I watched the back end of that game.
That was they hit 2 threes with probably rough estimate of 15 seconds left.
I have a question.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Do you like Hunter Dickinson?
No.
I hate him.
No. He's up there with Zach Edey for me right now.
Dude,
that's bias. That's bias here. I'm gonna be straight up. That's complete bias.
He got like an and-1, and he went to look at the Houston bench. It was like,
part of me,
I hate him.
Part of the reason why I'm not a fan of Kansas, and God, this is just
for me, it's the fan base.
No, it's not even the fan base, dude. Last year, Samford getting screwed out of a a first round upset. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was all ball. He blocked. Yeah. He blocked him, and bad call. But Hunter Dickinson, he's one of those guys. I think it's like, if I'm a Kansas fan, I love him.
Oh yeah.
Outside of that, I'm not a fan of him. I got nothing against him. It's just
fan
bias. But
I just have a lot of bad interactions with the Kansas fans.
I can't say that I've interacted with many Kansas fans.
They're annoying.
Yeah.
They're mean.
But Juwan Roberts hits 24 points, 6 points in OT. Let's see. Yeah, they were trailing 66-60 with over a minute remaining. And then Milo's Uzon scored back-to-back baskets. And then Roberts hit 2 free throws with 13 seconds left to tie the game. Like I said, crazy comeback. They went in double OT. So that was a very big game. And then, let's see, any other? Mikal Wilson, 18 points. Kansas end. Flory, 19 points. Dickinson, 17. Harris Jr., career high 12 assists. Shout out the kid. But that was Houston's first real test since, probably December. That's and they were saying, can they actually win a big game? And they went out and won double OT. Love to see it. Tennessee, on the other hand, let's talk about them because I'm a Tennessee fan. Oh, dude, I'm gonna preface with this. I'm gonna start with this.
Oh, you've lost to Florida this month.
Not this month. Florida. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That was a terrible loss. Mm-hmm. That was a historically, not even program, historically college basketball bad loss.
Auburn, which is a good loss. They're all good losses. First off,
bro. I mean, Vandy. We'll talk first. We'll get into that.
All 4 losses are good losses.
Yeah. You can tell who, as a Tennessee fan, does not keep up with college basketball until it's college basketball time. Because they're all saying, fire Rick Barnes. this team sucks. This team does not suck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We are in a slump right now. Not gonna lie, very bad slump.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have that in college basketball.
You are.
Now, hopefully, we turn around sooner rather than later. Because after watching Kentucky's game, I think Florida comes out and waxes us. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vandy. We go down, get a foul, 2 free throws, just go into OT, make one, miss the other. That's how we lose the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Vandy beat Kentucky too, so I mean.
Yeah, Vandy's a sleeper, bro.
Yeah, they're cooking people right now.
Vandy's sleeper. They have what's his name? Was supposedly supposed to be one of the best. He was originally at UNC, and was supposed to be one of the best prospects going into UNC basketball program history.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he left. I think he ended up at Virginia Tech, from what I remember. And then ends up at Vandy.
Tyler Nickel?
Yeah. I think it's, Nickel.
Is he a white dude?
Yeah.
Yep.
Point guards from North Texas. I personally know North Texas just because GCU played him. And that's a good mid-major program. He's a dog. So they got a freshman, Tyler Tanner, who's a dog. Shout him out. He went to Brentwood Academy. Conference rival for Macaulay, but he's a dog. Vandy's got some guys, man.
They do.
So that's like I said, that's a good loss. Could have won that one. Auburn.
They're all good losses.
Auburn.
Great loss.
Auburn. You go on the road. Could have won that. Controversial call at the end with Broom wrapping around Felix Okpara. Okpara falls. They call a travel rather than a foul on Broom. Tennessee fans going to see, that was a foul. Auburn fans going to say, Broom didn't wrap around travel.
Mm-hmm.
You see perspective how you want it.
Yeah, 100%.
Lose that. You get a play at the end. Zakai Ziegler, end of the game 3, perfectly drawn up play. He just doesn't make it, which love the play. Hate to see it not go down. You're good. But, yeah, that one's – and then Kentucky, man. I got receipts on this because, bro, I mean, that game, if you look at the stats on that one, we look like
45?
Yeah, statistically we look like the better team. Now you look at steals, blocks, rebounds. Tennessee's winning that. Turnovers. Kentucky had more turnovers, but our turnovers were more costly. Gainey dribbling his ball off his foot at the end of the game kind of hurt. And then the number that is most important to me, you're 15 from 45 from the 3. Why are we taking 45 threes in the first place? We're not that type of team. We don't shoot.
No.
We can't make if that's my thing. We got the guys that can hit those shots. You got Chaz, Cold. He's been a Cold Streak. Gainey's shown up, big threes. Igor finally hits his stride. Igor, our leading scorer. D Stone Dubar. We recruited him because he is a big time shooter. He was 3 in offensive efficiency, and Chaz was number 1 before they transferred. Hofstra.
Mm-hmm.
So we got guys that make shots, but at some point it's like, do we need to be taking those shots? Now, granted, you got the last couple seconds, last minute of the game. I'd give it. You're trying to get back into the rhythm. You're trying to get back within the game, and I think there was one stretch we missed 3 threes, and then Igor kicks it out to Chaz, and he hits that 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it's frustrating, man, and I'm not gonna lie. That one sucked. That one sucked last night. Hearing Go Big Blue and Thompson Bolin
burned a little bit.
That pissed me off, and just knowing that it was a winnable game. All of our losses are winnable games, and just not coming through. It sucks, but. It's January 29th.
Yeah. Once again, I always tell y'all every year.
We still got a whole
under 7 losses. It's a good year.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that is we have only lost 4 games.
Yeah, and March is around the corner.
There's definitely more games we can lose. 100%.
7 games in February that you can win all of them.
We could lose all of them. This game.
This
game's Saturday.
I think you're beating LSU.
Is it at home or is it away? It's at LSU. That's going to be an interesting one. We got Florida this weekend. And
in February, we got Florida, Mizzou, at Oklahoma, at Kentucky, Vandy, at A&M, at LSU.
Yeah.
That's a 7-game stretch in February.
Yeah.
and then you round the year off with 3 games in March, which are Bama, at Ole Miss, South Carolina. So I mean, your last 10 games of the season,
it's gonna be tough.
You go 10-0.
It's gonna be tough. We could
be 20.
We're not gonna go 10-0.
We could 26-4 in this season.
But this is what frustrates me the most with last night's loss. We needed to win last night for my sake, for my heart's sake. We didn't. But that's not the point. I don't play basketball for Tennessee. We're not going to win a Rupp. And it pains me. It pains me to know that we'll probably get swept by Kentucky. And dude, it freaking sucks. It freaking sucks.
That hasn't happened in a while.
Dude, it's just like I said last night, walking out of that arena and hearing "Go Big Blue."
Rough,
brother. It took every ounce of me not to turn around and just start throwing. Like I saw Kentucky fans, and they could be great people. They're phenomenal people.
Drove down.
They drove down for the game. You know, I've never been to TBA. Let's go check out a game. Could be great people. You're my enemy. I wanted to freaking kill you, bro.
Was there a lot of blue in there?
No, not really. They were loud. I'm not gonna lie. There was, I mean, they were up in the rafters. We were in the middle of lower, upper, but you know where the seats are.
I know the seats.
They were loud.
Yeah, they were there.
They were there. They definitely were there.
They let you know.
It sucks. It's kind of like, KSR talks about a couple years ago. I don't know if you listen to KSR.
No.
KSR was talking about how we walked in and beat Kentucky and Kroger with Joe Milton probably playing the best game of his college career, and talking about how smug we were walking in. That was them last night. That was them. If you can't take it, don't dish it. So it is what it is. But
I mean, Rupp's hard to play.
Rupp's, dude, we're not gonna win a Rupp. Trust me, we're not gonna win a Rupp.
Listen,
so
you guys are gonna listen. Okay, I'm an LSU fan, and I like basketball. I'll say one thing: Tennessee will be a top 2 seed regardless how they finish these last 10 games. If they lose all 10 games, no, they probably won't. It'll be rough for them to make it. They'll be fucking 16-14.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna. That's not gonna happen. But they're gonna go probably 7-3, most likely, or 8-2 in this last 10 game split.
Maybe.
I think that's a good. I think you would agree that's a great way to end the season. 8-2, 7-3. I mean, you got some hard games. Alabama, Ole Miss ain't no sleeper.
So my bad. It was 2023 where we got swept. So last year we went. Yeah. Anyways, not the point. But
8-2, y'all be fine. I mean,
Jay Billis said this, which this is not in the notes.
1 or 2 seed.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
I wanted the 1 seed so bad. It's going to take a lot for us to get that 1 seed. Probably not going to happen. But
yeah, because it's probably going to go Auburn, Duke, Iowa State.
Alabama's at that last right now, which we'll see how when we
You got to beat by Alabama to give yourself a shot.
We play in March, so we'll see how that goes. But Jay Billis said that he thinks it's going to be harder to win the SEC tournament than it is to win March Madness, which is, I don't know if you saw that.
They're stacked.
Yeah, hot take.
Like for the first time in a long time.
Top bottom, dude.
Yeah.
Top bottom, the SEC is.
Yeah, for the last probably 10 years.
Big East, ACC.
ACC's
Big
probably
10.
Owned it personally.
West Coast, you got a couple West Coast teams out there.
But over the last 10 years, SEC has slowly been just adding more and more ranked teams. More, I would like to say, competent teams. I mean, how many ranked SEC teams are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 of them are top 10.
Texas started out ranked at the beginning of the year.
Oh, I'm kind of looking at right now.
Oklahoma, I think, was ranked at one point too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. I mean, they're not ranked now, but it's a deep.
Was ranked at one point.
Yeah, it's a deep conference. You never know. Cal might get those boys fired back up.
Yeah, I mean, if they
might make a run if they win the SEC tournament, get that automatic bid. You never know.
Yeah,
you never know. But
so I mean, that's the thing. Like you go look at Duke and they go look at their schedule, and their schedule is not.
They almost dropped that NC State game.
Yeah,
and that was they had a dude throwing up and a girl passing out, which
that's a rivalry too.
First off, I want to point this out. Okay, you got a girl that's passed out. I don't even know. I've not heard anything from that. They lift her out of the student section. They carry her limp body out. Like, she's just ragged on. What are they doing? Dude, not even, like, something could have happened where she fell.
Basketball's more
broke
important.
her neck, and they didn't even stabilize her body at all. They literally just carried her out. Bodies like this. I feel so bad for the girl, dude. I'd sue the crap out of them. I would sue the crap out of them for that, dude.
But that game's a rivalry game. It's any in-state game for them.
Dude.
But ACC only has 2 ranked teams right now. Louisville, who was sucked last year, and
Louisville's good this year, man.
And Duke. Clemson looks solid.
Clemson was ranked at one point.
They're 17-4.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, UNC. No one should sleep on UNC.
No,
they might mess around.
They might turn around.
They might mess around when the ACC get a nice seed, and they go to the Final Four.
Exactly, dude.
You gotta watch them. They've done that before. They'll do it again. So,
but
it's wild with them. You gotta be mindful and demure. I don't know why I just said that.
Demure.
Yeah.
Mindful and demure.
Yeah, I don't know why I just said that. But Duke is probably.
Duke's a favorite. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do my Final Four guesses, and I'm not even lying. It's probably the top 4 seeds right now.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn is my favorite to win it all right now. They are. They beat us. They had an off night. When they're hot, they're freaking hot.
Oh, they're good.
Duke, Cooper Flag, dog. Other white boy, dog.
Conrad.
Yeah. All dogs. Duke's. Iowa State. Like I said, West Virginia. West Virginia's a better team than you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
Good team. 0.5 seconds away from being
7-2,
Arizona. Exactly.
7-2.
And then Alabama, dude. They benched Sears and still came out and whooped tail.
When they're hot, that's another team. When they're hot,
Alabama. I'm telling you, Alabama is. Hate to say this. Hate to say it. They're a really, really good team.
Yeah.
Really good team.
So,
but
I've watched a lot of Duke games.
I will say though, you can't count out. They might be 25th in the country. You can't count out UConn and Dan Hurley because they might switch. They might switch a different gear, dude.
See, that's the thing. Like, I watched a lot of Duke games because my brother-in-law's a Duke fan, and I pray for my sister's peace because if they lose, bad night in the household. So I'm an LSU fan, but I do root for Duke occasionally, here and there. I've watched a lot of Duke games, and I feel like they just haven't clicked yet.
They haven't, and they're still winning. I
feel like Cooper Flag hasn't it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I watched the Auburn game, and it felt like they haven't fully become one.
That was at the beginning of the year too.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys. He's getting better and better each week.
Yeah, all of them. The whole team.
The whole team is.
So it kind of gets like, I want SEC to win the national championship every year, but in any sport. But when it comes down to it, they're scary if they click in March.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I need to watch Iowa State. The way you talk about them seemed fun to watch.
It was a good game. Like I said, which is completely random, but yeah, they're a great team. Which let's Big 12 wise, real quick, we're gonna get into that because honestly, I think they're gonna win the Big 12.
You think Illinois will win the Big 10?
Yeah, I think so. Arizona, yeah, they're 8-1 in conference too. Which you look at their record, 14-6, iffy. Houston, completely. Like I said, we just talked about Houston. I forgot they're in the Big 12 now. Houston is one of those teams I look at in March every year. I genuinely think they can win. They're top end every night, bro. I think that is one of those teams that could go in and play anybody and win. Wow. They had bad luck last year. I hate to say it, they had really bad luck. That was my team to win, and happens. But Houston, Iowa State.
I think Big Ten's a big conference to watch out for.
Purdue's also
Michigan State, Illinois.
Yeah, Izzo's gonna have those boys right always, man.
So those 3 teams in the Big Ten, I think, will come out.
Juwan Howard's out of Michigan too. So not saying Juwan wasn't a good or bad coach, but they're third in Big Ten.
Better, yeah.
So Oregon, bro, that's the whole conference realignment. You don't realize because of football, but basketball, yeah. Oregon, bro, Oregon's there. Yeah, I think that's we'll call it because we're
rambling those good rambles.
But yeah, hopefully, like I said, maybe we get back. I want to get this back up and going again.
We need to.
So,
I'm Matthew Linden.
I'm Chase Roberts.
We'll see you.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.